Hello, and welcome to our webinar tonight about an exciting and unique investment opportunity that provides immediate income and strong upside potential. Um, we have currently have under our control about 43 different assisted living and different types of group homes, uh, most of which are assisted living, memory care, and for seniors, although we do have homes for uh, drug and alcohol rehab and other types of uses that people need assisted housing for. So we have a partnership that we sold the property for, and it's putting in 202,000. And I have another partnership that sold the property, and they're putting in about 400,000. I have two clients that are putting in 120,000 and 400,000 each. The total package of this unique investment is two assisted living properties. So this gives diversification in not only locations, but different economic situations. So the first property that we purchased in this partnership at the end of December is located at 850 East Orchard in Southeast Denver. This property was grossly mismanaged, which gives us the upside potential. And we work out a triple net lease with an option with an operator. So the operator has successfully went through our program and bought three homes and has two or three other ones that we are on a lease option with currently. Um, and he took over management a couple months before we bought the property because the seller was out of state and was losing interest and things were getting even worse. So he took it over and started improving it and has continued to improve it. It is uh, a uh, Vern, how many bedrooms? That one has
17 units.
yeah, 17 units. So, and he's looking to get it licensed for 32 beds. And it will be both a memory care and assisted living. It's two separate homes with adjoining breezeway. And it was built to be an assisted living property. And we're buying that for 3 million too, or we have purchased that for 3 million too. We are raising funds for the next acquisition, which is in Lake Havasu, Arizona. Vern and I went to see the property 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's a very nice property. I'm sure anyone would be pleasantly surprised to take their parent to this property and see how nice and clean it is in every respect. And the staff was very friendly, very professional. Um, it's 48 bedrooms and licensed for 65, oh no, let's see,
60.
60 beds. So um, the total purchase price for the two properties is 5.6 million. We're taking out a basically $1.6 million loan, so that leaves $4 million of equity. And we have almost all of that raised, so we're just looking for the last few units to be sold. A unit is an interest in a LLC, and they are priced at 31,750 each. Um, so when you average, and that property is being purchased for 2,450,000, and when you combine the two properties, um, we have 65 bedrooms, 92 licensed beds, and a total price of 5.6 million. That equates to approximately $86,000 per bedroom, or only $60,000 per licensed bed. That's extremely attractive pricing, and that's due to the properties not being working properly by the current owners. The property in Lake Havasu is owned by a large corporation, and they basically just had a bad manager in there. And in January of this year, they grossed $85,000. Now they're at 78%. And in the latest figures we have for income was in December, and they were at about 180,000.
That
So
was, Jim, I'm sorry, that was January of last year.
yeah, January of last year. Yes, yes. I want to make sure that's clear. So in a year's time, with a new manager that moved in shortly after we got it under contract, it's improved significantly from a financial standpoint. We met the new manager. This property will also be leased to a operator, and while we have not dealt with this operator before, he has 30 years experience and has had several properties and built assisted living homes in California and a couple other states. So he is putting up $250,000 to guarantee his performance of paying rent and then purchasing it sometime after 3 years and up to 5 years. We structure these as with a 10-year lease. And if they don't buy it in the fifth year, we sit down and renegotiate a few things. And because we anticipate taking out a loan that would have a balloon payment in 5 years. We anticipate that this operator would probably buy the property sometime after 3 years, and we give the investors the option to continue on with with us into another property, or they can get the cash out and pay the taxes. If you continue on, we would attempt to do a 1031 exchange and not have any recapture of depreciation or capital gains. So, Vern, would you like to show some of the pictures?
You bet. Give me one
I want
moment.
to just, while he's getting those ready, we'll talk about a property we bought prior to this and in Las Vegas, and we paid 175,000 a bedroom for that property. And so, contrast that with these two homes at 86,000. Now, the rent's lower on these two than it is on the Las Vegas, but one of the things that you use in real estate analysis is the gross rent multiplier. Maybe some of you have had single family homes, and typically they're in a 10 to 15 gross rent multiplier. And what that means is you take the annual rent divided into the purchase price, and it's somewhere in the range of 10 to 15. Currently in Denver, it's about 15. With a 15 gross rent multiplier, you can't make any money because you're paying too much for the property. Um, I figured out with these two properties, the property in Las Vegas, which is also leased with on the same basic premise that it's basically a 10% of the purchase price is the annual rent. And the Las Vegas property works out to be about 2.2. These two properties combined work out to be 0.9. So not even a one gross rent multiplier. So that ensures that the operators will be making money and be easily able to pay the rent. And so I think that's the economics behind these two deals. And I just can't stress enough that these are extremely attractive prices because we got both of the properties were mismanaged, and that's where you get the good buys. So, Vern, you can narrate the pictures as you go along here.
Certainly. So this is basically has two wings with a kitchen in the middle. If they wanted to, they could break it up and have assisted living on one side and memory care on the other. But currently it's memory care both sides. Both sides pretty much look the same. So as I go through some of these photos, we're going to see um, that's kind of what it looks like. Just uh, different unit mixes. They've got this is the studio, this is the shared, and the place is in great shape. You know, when we walked through it, I didn't see any deferred maintenance. Everything was in good shape. And the only thing that we thought might need some attention is a parking lot. Could use another seal coat just to ensure its long life. Nice courtyard in there as well. And it's close to the medical center, which is always important to daughter Judy. Not much competition in the area. You know, there's two other facilities, and nobody's really bigger than them. This one right here is 16 bed memory care, and they've got 48 bed memory care. So they have a pretty good handle on the market there. And the Unimix, all memory care here. Here's a combination of assisted and memory care, and this one over here is assisted and memory care as well.
We might just comment there. The lake house is a converted house. It's 8 bedrooms, so every room is a shared room. And unlike the design of these shared rooms, that means there's 2 people in one bedroom, not having the separation of the bathroom in the middle and just a shared bath. And those pro- those rooms do not have an individual bathroom. So that home is not really competition for us. The other one is a nice property. We don't know exactly the layout of it, but it may be similar. Um, but obviously there's not much in the way of memory care. So other assisted living homes, and if people need the memory care, this is the place to come to.
And the other one is 10 years older, where this was built in
Yeah.
2009. That one was built in 1999. So, a little bit of edge on our side here. Um, Again, nice looking. There's an overhead view that we have up here so you can kind of see. This is the building right here. Looks like it has a little bit of an extra lot, so maybe if they wanted to expand, they might be able to. And again, pretty good shape. Nice and attractive as you approach it. And it shows very well. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Vern. So if any of you have questions, you can just reply to the invite to Vern, and either Vern or myself will be glad to answer them. And if you'd like to have a short phone call with us, we'll be glad to go over some of the stuff again and answer your individual questions.
Great. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Vern.